One of the most interesting things about the design aspects of conversion, like you get people talking about button color constantly, and it's
Yeah.
such a bad conversation. Oh, these famous studies where red button converted better than the green button. It's not because of the color. It's because of the button colors are relevant for the most part. It's the contrast. So if you have a dominantly green page, red is complementary. It stands out, right? A
Yeah.
green button on green, you're not going to see it, but red on green, you know, orange on blue, that's where you go with zones. So that part about the button design and the copy. Um, yeah, actually, no, I'll talk about copy later. Yeah, the funniest or most wasted time I think in CRO is people talking about button color. Does green work better than red, red better than green? The truth is that button color is largely irrelevant. It's button contrast that matters. So if you have a largely dominant hue on your page is green, a red button stands out. It makes perfect sense. Blue page, orange button. So you have to look for a complementary and an opposite color
Yeah.
that'll stand out instead of just randomly wasting your time testing button colors. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, well, think of it in different ways. Your ad, if you have an ad, or whatever's driving people to your page, that's what captures their attention. Then the headline of your page is what holds their attention, and then the design of your page is what focuses their attention on what they should be doing. So, if you can really call attention to your conversion goal, then people know that that's what they should be concerned with because it's the dominant part of the page.
Nice, yeah.
And if you're writing your button copy, again, so when you're just getting started and you're writing what, why, when, how, answer those 4 questions, it's really easy and it'll give you some copy to start with. And then when you get to your call to action, don't ever write submit on your button. It's the worst possible button copy. Simple rule is complete the sentence, I want to, right? Okay. So I want to download my free ebook. I want to start a free trial. I want to register for WP Summit.
So we are writing the copy from the perspective of the visitor on the website, basically.
Exactly, yeah. And that's an interesting point as well. We've done tests where using my has beaten your. So instead of us saying download your ebook, right, download my ebook. It's more of a personal connection, so I know that I'm getting it.
Okay.
It's just a nicer way of writing.
Assuming we're just starting out, websites usually don't have that much traffic currently, and I think it's hard to get some results that allow us to make a decision on what copy works or what not. How do we get started with just a little bit of traffic?
Yeah, that's the everybody has this problem at some point. It's probably one of the most common questions I hear. The easiest way is to pay for it, right? AdWords, Facebook ads, but maybe you don't have a budget. Then it's going to be a bit of a slower process. I mean, if you have an email list, that's how you drive traffic, but maybe you don't have that yet because you haven't done lead gen, in which case write an ebook and start gathering leads so that you can, you should start writing the day you begin.
Yeah.
Start a blog, start creating content, because by the time you come to launch, if you, this is what we did with Unbounce. Day 8, because I wrote the ebook first, was here's an ebook, gathering leads right from the start. So 8 months in, when we launched the product, we had a big list of people to tell about the product. Writing guest blog posts is a good way to get exposure, and you get a link or 2 back, so it's good for organic traffic. And you can also link to a landing page with some kind of offer. Ebook swap partnerships are a good idea, to build your list. If you write a good ebook and you find a partner with a related kind of potential customer base, you give them your ebook, they give you one back, and you push it to each list. That gets people coming back to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, social, just be relentless about building a Twitter follower so that you can you write content, share it, and bring people in. That's how we did it when we started. It's just content. If you don't have content, you have nothing to talk about.
Yeah. So
if you don't have to talk about, you can't. Nobody's going to show up. Right? The smartest testing is you only change one thing at a time, so you know what's working, what's not. You can learn something specific, but when you're starting out, you don't have much traffic. You have to go dramatic.
Yeah.
And then you use that, if it wins, use that as a new baseline. And then you can do the iterative testing after that.